Unit 9 Acceleration. From interconnection to the anthropecene, how did we get to where we are today? By Alex Harris and Michael Q. Period. Expansion and interconnection, Unit 8. As the world grew smaller through expansion, As the world grew smarter through expansion, the world zones collided and collective learning occurred on a global scale. It caused the spread of disease, culture, religion, ideas, animals, and ideas. This led to new ideas, like the new ideas that were caused because of the spread of all the new ideas in culture. The new goods were a result of the new ideas and the global reach of communication. The Enlightenment. Ideas spread, individuals gained more economic power, and a dramatic change in thinking occurred. The Enlightenment was a European intellectual movement that changed the way people thought about government, philosophy, and the individual. It occurred in the 17th and 18th century. Our person was Mary Wollstonecraft. She lived from 1759 to 1797. She focused on getting rights of women so they could get a job based on the way that they can do it or not. The Industrial Revolution. As people shared goods and ideas, innovation accelerated on a necessity to complete in a global marketplace. This led to the Industrial Revolution, which was a massive shift in agricultural and the production of goods in the 18th and 19th centuries, when people found more fossil fuels and they were starting What connected this to the political ideas is as people gain more economic power which led to the Atlantic Revolution and imperialism. Political ideas. Atlantic Revolution, American Revolution, and French Revolutions and Haiti Revolution all saw people overthrowing their monarchical governments in front of democracy, constitutions, and emulated rights. Nationalism. The definition is an extreme from this, especially marked by a feeling of superiority over other countries, which led to patriots. Fascism. an authoritarian, nationalistic right-wing system of government. In social organization, it relies heavily on tradition, unity, nationalism, and often racism. Examples: Italy and Germany during World War II. Democracy. Democracies and republics became widespread, overtaking monarchies in Europe and the Americas. Imperialism. Definition: a policy of extending a country's power and influence through diplomacy or military force. European and American countries began to take over territories to gain natural resources and markets in which to sell their machine-made goods. Economic ideas. Capitalism. An economic and political system which a country's trade and industry controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the stat. Start. Adam Smith was the father of the free market capitalism. Communism. A theory derived by Karl Marx, advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned and each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs, which were made possible by unions. Keynesian economics. An economic idea that the government should help stimulate the economy by creating jobs. According to Keynes, this was how countries should break the cycle of economic depressions or socialization. Technological innovations. Advancements in communication like the telephone or telegraph, transportation like trains, steamships, cars, and airplanes. Medicine, discovery of the germ, vaccinations, x-rays, and more. Production. Machines, factories, assembly lines, etc. Entertainment, radio, movie theaters, photography, theme parks, automation, etc. Weaponry, tanks, submarines, machine guns, etc. These all connected to global conflicts and change, because those connected to global conflicts change because how technological innovations have new medicine and better weapons, which led to World War I and World War II. Global conflicts and change. Acceleration has caused massive changes in the modern world for good and ill. Here's our examples. World War I, World War II, independence movements, Cold War, nuclear threat, mass extinction, end of Malthusian cycles, population explosion, environment threats, and improved healthcare and medicine. This led to the anthropecene because all of these events better connected the world and made new countries, some and some countries gained new territories. The Anthropocene. The Anthropocene is the current geological age we are living in. It is characterized by the fact that human activity has been the prevailing influence over the climate and environment of the earth. Over time we have altered the land that we are living on and to better suit our needs for life. For example, we would alter massive amounts of land area to make room for farms or cities or just the resources needed for houses or buildings. As the population of humans grow, the demand for resources grows, and we destroy the land needed for those resources. We also destroy the population and its inhabitants for most animals living in and around these areas.